Hi. Gonna wait just a moment till everyone joins us. Wow, it's been really nice to be all together here. And a little review. We've been talking about the four elements: fire, water, air, and earth. And today we're going to talk about earth. How we can channel this earth element for the good, especially right now, and especially right before Shabbat, where we're gonna see why it's so important to use our earth element in a good way, especially with what's been going on all around us. This new life of ours of, thank God, being all together, thank God, having a time like never before to share all the amazing, beautiful times that we could cherish forever. So let me begin. Remember, we were saying that whatever element you're born with, let's say you're born you just notice that you're more angry, let's say, than one of your sisters or brothers, or you're more angry maybe than the rest of your class, or someone is born with a type of personality, it's harder for them to be happy. They tend to things upset them more, but they don't get angry as much, but they get sad more. And today is the topic of how to cope with sadness, especially if you are an earth element personality. Now, all of us, remember, have all four. And our mission, the reason why we're on this earth, is to recognize the weakness of our neshama, of our animal soul, and recognize that this weakness is really our greatest strength, and that we just have to use it in a good way. Remember, we were talking about how fire can be very destructive, but fire is amazing. We cook with it, we do so much good, and water too. So too, with earth is amazing what's going on with earth, right? We plant seeds, we have vegetation, we make bricks with earth. There's just so much good. But if we're not developing and focusing on how to use it for the good in our neshama, then it could lead us to the opposite of good. So when you think about someone who has a lot of earth on their back, you see people who are building and they have these sacks of bags and they're putting it and carrying it. It's just heavy. It's so heavy, and it's they can't go fast. It's they're very, very slow, right? So the earth in us, when the Yetzer Hara takes this earth in us, it causes us to be more tired. It causes us to be more slow, and it causes us then to maybe even be sad, because what's going on around can make you feel sad, heavy, I can't bear this, it's too much. So this, especially right now with what's going on in the world, and especially when we're missing our friends, and especially when we are bored and our mind is not kept busy, then these sad thoughts can come, because we're not being distracted by what we're learning, right? Because when you're learning something, then your mind doesn't roam as much. Your mind doesn't keep thinking things. But if you're in your room, in your bedroom, all alone, and you keep thinking, oh, I miss my friends, when is this gonna end? When am I gonna go back to school? Because you're bored. So your mind just keeps going on and on. And so the more you let your mind go on and on and on in this negative way, then the more these negative thoughts will make you feel negative. Thoughts, the brain that is thinking not good thoughts will then create these not good feelings. This is like number one rule of brain training. So the more you get busy, when you pray, now you have time to really pray. And when you learn, now you really have time to learn without all the distractions. So you're keeping your mind busy so that your mind won't be busy on you, trying to make you sad with the earth element. So again, one person you'll see, they're in the same situation. They're home also, they're bored also, but they may be more angry than you because they are born with a more fiery temperament. And maybe you or your brother or sister or one of your family members is another element. And it's the same, everyone's going through the same challenge and everyone's going through the same experience. So how do you use your earth element in a good way? So we discussed it before, those of you who joined in the first class, by being slow in a good way. Yes. Okay, so let me explain. You could say your prayers like blah, 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 and that's very fast. You're going to use your earth in a good way. Slow down. Say the words. Even hear your words. Slow down. Think of what you're saying. Why you're saying it. Then what's going to happen is you've exercised the slowness in a good way. Another way to use slowness in a good way is think before you speak. Like if you're just like just speaking, and you might be saying Lashon Hara. You might not be saying the language of love and bringing unity and connection to the person you're speaking to, because you're just like saying it like whatever you want to say. Think before you act. That's you're using your brain. You're slowing down your brain so that you can act in the best way that's going to make people like you, want to be with you, and not shut the door on you and not want to play with you at home because they're annoyed, because of maybe how you've been behaving. So the idea is the slowness has to be used in a good way. Another way to be slow is to use your mind in a slow way so that you create like an image in your mind of how you want to be, right? So if you can quiet down all the thoughts, like, no. I don't want all these thoughts right now in my head. I want to just focus on the one thought. Maybe Akol Mishamayim. Whatever, like everything is in the hands of Hashem. Let's say you want to think of that sentence. So you quiet your mind and think and meditate and use your brain to slow down all the other thoughts and focus on this one good thought. And then you used earth in a good way. So let me tell you right now, it is not easy sometimes for all of us with what's going on to handle this new change of our life right now. And it's the best time to do this brain training, because if you're going to be bored at home and not doing this work with me and really protecting yourself this way so that you won't end up being more and more sad, more and more missing your friends. It's interesting. There was a story of the Rebbe. Someone wrote a letter to the Lubavitcher Rebbe saying, I'm so sad. This is so, I want this, and I really can't believe I'm not this. And he went on and on about his situation. And it was, okay, it was a difficult situation. He was going through a lot. But you know what the Rebbe did? He sent the letter back, and he made a circle around how many times the person wrote in the letter I. And the Rebbe then said, well, if you focus more on what you can do to help someone else, you won't have time to think of yourself. Okay, so now we're at home. I get it. It's not like now we can go to the nursing home and go visiting people, unfortunately. But there are things you can do to keep yourself away from thinking about I, and keep busy with maybe helping another friend. Maybe get her to join this brain gym class. Or maybe share what you learned with a friend who's starting to get really sad. Or maybe your own brother and sister that's really lonely, and maybe you've been closing the door on them because you're all sad, and then everyone's more sad, and then the whole house is sad. So maybe you are going to be like a captain of the ship and try to encourage other people, because more than ever now, I want Hashem's army, Tzviyos Hashem, girls and boys. The Rebbe used to say girls and boys can help even the parents do tshuva. Like children, do you realize the children of Mordechai's students are the ones that brought the Geula for the time of Purim? So we can't underestimate our power as children of how we can change things around. You really have to believe in yourself. And I'm counting on you. Because I wish I had what I'm giving over to you when I was a child. And that's why I wrote all those books. Because we need this. We need this when we're young, not when we're over 50. And then it's like how many years we were in the dark, how many years we were angry or sad or using these four elements in a not good way. So another thing you have to be careful about, those people especially who are prone to be sad, is really stay away from sugar. Okay, no, please don't make me your enemy now that I'm saying this. Okay, I just want you to be very aware. Some people are glucose intolerant. They can't handle sugar. And the sugar just goes right to their brain and starts to make them more sad. And sometimes people come to me and they're so sad. The day before they weren't sad. I said, what changed in your life? Nothing changed. What did you eat yesterday? She said, oh, they had this cake and it was a birthday party or this and that and that. And there was so much sugar. And I said, nothing changed in your life and you're so sad today, you might be glucose intolerant. It's not good for anybody to eat too much sugar, honestly. Right now also with what's going on, we have to protect our health. Because too much sugar actually can also cause the immune system, meaning what protects, you have like these army in your body, like, and they protect from all these cells, all these viruses. So if you eat too much sugar, you can have healthy sugar, like, fruit and honey and maple syrup, and those are way more like good for you versus in comparison to sugar. One day you'll learn more about that. But I'm just saying, if you're prone to sadness and especially anger also, then you got to be careful. Sometimes people are allergic to gluten, and some people are sad because of maybe they took an antihistamine. Yeah, I'm telling you, like some people have a cold, and there was a story, Dr. Twersky, a very famous doctor, and I was in the conference when he was telling his personal story in this conference to teach us therapists and counselors how to be aware, even though I knew this from my own personal experience many years ago, but it was good to be reassured when he talked about you have to check. Because what happened to him is he was having a cold and it was allergy season and he was taking an antihistamine, and all of a sudden he started getting depressed. Very sad, very sad. And so he was so embarrassed, he didn't know what to do, because he's going to, learn psychiatry, and he's going to learn all these, to be a medical doctor, to help people not to be sad. And all of a sudden he's so sad and he was very embarrassed. But fortunately, he went to his mentor who was in, and his mentor said, like, what has changed in your life? He's like, nothing. And he said, well, it's been allergy seasons. I've been taking allergy medicine. And the doctor said it's been known that antihistamines can cause sadness and depression. So Dr. Twersky, I heard it with my own ears in this conference, this training conference, and he said he got off of the antihistamines and his sadness went away. So that's also something very important right now. If you're eating a lot of sugar or you're eating a lot of foods that are not good for you, you have to be careful. So you got to protect yourself. Not only will it protect you to keep healthy, but it can really protect you so that you won't be sad more than need be in a situation like that. So another thing that we have to focus on regarding sadness is, there's a half cup and it's seemingly empty. But that half a cup is also half full. So yes, right now, there's a lot of things going not the way we had planned. Trust me, nobody could ever imagine such a thing, that we're in our home like this. And that shuls are shut down and schools are shut down. But we got to focus on our brain to look at what's half full. We have to say thank you, Hashem, and have a lot of gratitude for what is. I always say, think good and it will be good, but appreciate what is. There is something to appreciate now. I know it's so hard, and I can't even begin to tell you how I know it's hard. Especially if you know someone is sick, and especially if you are so close to them. It's not an easy time. But we have to be soldiers and fight that Yetzer Hara and say, now more than ever, I can feel the sadness. It's not but I have to work not to keep it with me and let it be like that I'm imprisoned in the Yetzer Hara's captivity. So there was actually a recent research, and if there's background noise, I am home. We all are, right? I have an office downstairs that I usually do my recordings so that nothing around me disturbs, but that's off limits now. Anyway, so here is a band. And this research was done. They were asked to put on a band the word gratitude on it. And they were asked to put it on. And then they were asked to move this band and put it on this side. So while they were switching it, they were asked to think of grateful things. Just how many seconds? Well, at least I have brothers and sisters, or at least I'm not an only child, or at least I have parents, or at least I can see, whatever you like that you think will make you feel grateful for, they were told to think. Guess what? After 40 days, they researched the group that were asked to just do this and not think anything versus a group just do this and think of something. Guess what happened? The group that thought the grateful thoughts, like thank you, their happy chemicals went whoo. And not only that, their sad and chemicals, it's called cortisol. It's a kind of a hormone that can make a person feel stress and anxiety. Ooh, I'm going to be doing this a lot today. And what happened was their sad chemicals went down, meaning we have things in our brain that can cause us to be happy. And we have chemicals in our brain that causes us to be sad. Remember we said there was a research done? You say one negative word and it changes someone else's chemicals in their brain. The one who says it and the one who reads it, or the one who sees it while they're reading it, or the one who hears it. So in this research, they actually interviewed them to see, how did you feel this month when you said thank you every day for how many seconds? So guess what? They interviewed them. They said they were happier, like a lot happier. No wonder Hashem tells us to say Modeh Ani every day. In a few seconds, we say, thank you, Hashem. And how about all the blessings? Thank you that we aren't blind. Thank you, all the thank yous that we say in the morning. No wonder Hashem told us to do this, because it makes us happier. Isn't that exciting news? Now, I really want you with all of your heart and soul, as hard as it is right now, being at home, let us all be the lamp lighters. Let us not let the world and what's going on around us, that we're stuck in the home and not in school, not let anything snuff our light, and let's turn on the light of somebody else. Oh, 1 second, I see that the door was open. Hold on. Well, maybe in the meantime, get the paper and pencil while I close the door. Maybe this is a symbol. We need to close the door from all the noise that's out there that's trying to confuse us and steal our happiness, even in the midst of what we're going on. 1 second. I did that 3 times. Maybe you heard it. That's what we have to do. We have to close the door. Close the door so that this Yetzer Hara does not come in. And out of all times right now, more than ever, we all need to be strong for one another. We all, like the Yidden of Yetzias Mitzrayim. Right? I mean, they were going through so much. They were witnessing 10 Makot. My gosh, it's like, right? So, who knows? This might be like, please God, this is like it. And this is the last moment so we can get all the gems of opportunities to help one another. And be strong for one another so that we can be happy together, so we can enjoy each other. So, there's a very beautiful song by Mordechai Shapiro. Hakol mishamayim, atzom einayim. So when the things start coming in your head and you start to feel sad and your earthy element is taken by the Yetzer Hara, think Hakol mishamayim. Everything is from Hashem. And then atzom einayim, close your eyes and think of good. Close your eyes and think of something grateful. Close your eyes and even think of a past memory that was so happy for you. You know, like imagine you had your bas mitzvah, and it was such a happy time, or a bar mitzvah, or just any kind of memory that used to make you happy. Okay, so this type of memory, okay, hear this out. Even research in the science world shows that you can outwit your brain, meaning you can trick your brain as if it's happening now. And you can be happy. Like you'll get the happy chemicals that you once did before when you were really happy. So you can recreate history, and this is a brain training technique to get you out of that sad, mad, anxious, fearful, whatever emotion you're experiencing, whatever negative feeling you're feeling. So this song, every time I hear this song, first of all, a beautiful song. Hakol mishamayim, atzom einayim. Close your eyes. Take yourself to a better place. Take yourself to a deserted island. You just want space. Whatever. Take yourself to a memory of the past that was so good. Take yourself for a future what's going to be good. And again, when you close your eyes, you can practice yourself, seeing yourself happier than you ever were before. And again, the brain does not know between past, present, or future. That means you can create your new brain of something you want, a goal in yourself that you even never were able to attain. Do you get it? So this is a technique that helps me so much. I'll tell you a story. Okay. Oh my. I had a lot of sugar growing up, and I did not know that it was not healthy. And I suffered so much dental work, you can't even imagine. In 1 year, plus a $20,000 bill, because each tooth was like $4,000 to fix. And one time, which was like the third or fourth tooth I was fixing, and it was so painful. Now, I don't want to say things to make you sad, but I'm going to give you what happened to me. Now, it was so painful. I was crying, and I was crying also because it was so annoying because it broke. I had spent like how much money on, I think it was $3,000 or $4,000, and then it broke. So I had to do it again. So there's like $10,000 out of nowhere. So I was kind of like, how much money? And it went from a root canal to a crown. I don't know. If you have a doctor, dentist, you'll ask him about this. But the point is, I was so sad. And I had to use this brain technique because I was just going to like plots there. So I first thought, oh my gosh, thank you Hashem, it's only 4 teeth and not my whole mouth. And thank you Hashem that it's that and it's not, I need a liver transplant. And thank you Hashem. And I started imagining myself dancing happy that it could be worse. That's my favorite sentence. It could be worse. It could. And then all of a sudden I forced myself to smile, even though I didn't want to, because that's another technique. When you smile and you're not happy, but your brain can be tricked as if you're happy, and your happy chemicals will come out. So then all of a sudden I'm sitting there at the chair, like the dentist is kind of watching the tears come down, and he felt bad. But then, or was it she? I think I was. But then all of a sudden, I started laughing, like as if someone gave me laughing gas. Like it really like saved me. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's going to think, or whatever, whoever it was, I forgot, but was going to think I'm like, crying, laughing, like, what is this? But it helped me get out of that dark, negative, sad energy. Gratitude, thankfulness, enjoying what was, enjoying what will be, and get yourself out of that mucky, heavy, sad energy. Because right now, remember we said, when you have a happy blood and you work on not being anxious and you work on not being scared and you work on not, then you're going to have a healthier immune system and you'll have healthier blood and we can be healthy. Please God. So, I want everyone to listen to the message of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And the message is as follows. When Shabbos is about to come and you put your whole, whatever's going on in your life, like out the window, because Shabbos is coming. And Shabbos is a time of joy. Shabbos is a time you have an extra neshama coming to you. That's why the lights symbolizing you're going to get your extra neshama, right? There's 2 lights. And you want to celebrate Shabbos with joy. So I want every one of us to try our best to like say, okay, what will be. Right now, let me look at the half cup that's full. Let me enjoy this amazing time. And if it's a little difficult at home, then let me enjoy being the leader. Let me enjoy snuffing out all this negative fire and bringing out a warm fire in the family. Let me be like a Miriam, who was so young, and she's the one who helped turn her whole house around and was like an amazing counselor to her parents. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no. You gotta stay. You know what I'm saying? You know the story with Miriam and how strong she was. And she was the one who said, no. There's going to be a Mashiach. There's going to be a redemption. And she led the way. And she was just very young. She's the one who went and saved the babies with her mother. So be a partner with your parents and be strong for your parents. And if you have to, be the leader in your family. I'm charging you with this mission because we all need each other right now. And since we're during the stage of the last stage, and we're at the stage of literally, like, we're hopefully opening the doors to the Geula stage, like the redemption of what happened during the time of Yetzias Mitzrayim, when the Jewish people left slavery. We're about to leave the slavery of the old world that we were enslaved to. Everything, all the schmutz is shutting down. All the nourishkeit and all the chasing after the material world was just like it's such an idol that is now being broken. So I bless you, my dear children, to be partners with me. I bless you that you'll gain a lot from continuing these classes. And remember, every week, and I haven't seen anybody post, maybe it's only adults watching this, but this will be on YouTube. We're going to do a campaign every week. Every person who writes on here that they heard the class, that we will do a raffle every Thursday, but we're going to start next Thursday, if it's not a holiday. I mean, we're going to do it every day. And we're going to take the roll call, and then we're going to put the names together per family, and then we're going to have a raffle every week so that more kids, and maybe everyone will get an extra point for saying, I brought this family. I don't know. Let's have fun with this, and let's get more children to like get on this path, and to get more children to be leaders, and to get more children to volunteer. Are we still live? Yeah, it said that there was a bad connection. Anyway, so now let's do our art. Take out your papers, take out your colors, and if you don't have it right now, and you can't do it right now because it's Erev Shabbos, or you're watching this another time, see an image that you want to paint or you want to draw of how you're going to use the earth element for good. So maybe you can have a picture of like a lot of earth, but you're taking the earth out on the one side and putting it on another side of the page, and then you're going to see this earth, and you're going to see a building maybe, or you're going to see the earth with a picture of a person. You're going to be slow, and you're going to think before you speak, or maybe you're going to see someone in a, whatever. You be creative how you want to express what this means to you. Maybe it's a person like this. Think before you act. Whatever. You be creative. I'm just giving some kind of idea. And then we're going to, whoever wants to, share their pictures. And each time a person puts a picture, and they will get another point for the raffle. And again, it will be per family. So imagine if a family of 10 has 10 pictures up here. Oh my gosh. Or they have like, you know. and then what we're going to do is, who knows what we're going to do. I mean, there's so many artists out there. And okay, so even if you're not the perfect artist, it's just your creative expression of what this meant to you and how this is like going to change your life, because you're going to see it in a picture. And then now, that's your homework between now and the next class. Now we're going to do a guided imagery where we're going to see ourselves looking at the half cup that is full. Looking at ourselves saying modeh ani and meaning it. That's another thing we're going to do. We're going to wake up every day and we're going to say thank you Hashem and mean the words we say. And we can do this like a brain gym in the morning. We can see ourselves happy when we wake up. We can see ourselves forcing ourselves to smile. That I'm going to make this best day. You know, like sometimes I wish people and I say, I pray and I bless you that you should have the best day today and every day. Like, this is your best day every day. Because you're going to make your day the best day ever every day. And this will help. Starting your day with this meditation. So I want to give you one example before we do this guided imagery. Imagine you go to an architect and you say to the architect, I want you to build me a 20-story skyscraper, you know, like the ones in Manhattan. They're so tall, your neck almost is like falling off. You can't even look up higher. And, God forbid, but like it's like it hurts just looking at it. So, but you tell the builder, the construction worker, I want you to, I want you to save me money. I don't want you to use anything but Play-Doh for the foundation of this building. What are you, like, are you, I don't want to say, but like, are you sugar? Like, you can't build a building with Play-Doh. You need like solid foundation. Everything else is gonna plots to the ground. You want to save money? What? That doesn't make sense. So you are waking up in the morning and you're building the foundation of your day. How are you going to start? With a real modani and really putting your mind in a good place of really thinking thankful thoughts and imagining yourself happy and grateful no matter what, no matter who, no matter where. And then you're building your day. The Rebbe Rashab, one of the Lubavitcher Rebbe's, said that one extra like intention, a kavana, like thinking a positive, happy thought, like really mean it, not just say it, can change your whole day. Do you realize? 1 minute. So let's do it now and practice building your day with a good foundation. All right, ready? You can close your eyes. You don't have to. You can just think it. And you can think of yourself in bed, waking up with a real modani. That long of a modani can make a big difference, remember? So think of how you wake up in the morning. See yourself like, whatever, like see the happy yes image and see your son. I'm like such a smile like this long. You wouldn't have thought I had so much troubles with those teeth. Anyway, so see yourself like being really, really so grateful for the new day. See yourself excited. See yourself not building your day with Play-Doh. You're going to have a great godly day, and you're going to really help your brain become so strong by davening and by learning and by being a lamplighter. And you're going to feel good that you're making a difference in your family. You're going to make a difference helping and not be, I'm tired, I can't. You're going to jump. You're going to be, no. Earth element? No. Yetzirah, don't take my earth in a, it's mine. Hello? I'm not going to let you bully me around. See this image. You're strong like a soldier. And you are using it in a good way. Be creative in the way you want to see the image. And then see yourself so happy. And then recall that anytime you need to see this movie in your head, like this mini video in your head, you could just go back to this image. And let the picture, maybe you'll put it above your bed, and it'll remind you, I want to use my earth for the good. Blessings, Shabbat Shalom, and please, now that you took this time, to learn together with me, go help for Shabbos. I gotta get going too. Shabbat Shalom. Bye-bye. And we'll see each other. I think we will do... Oh yeah, some of the days are Pesach, so yeah, we're going to start learning Pesach for the next couple of sessions. So you'll have the best Seder. I actually have a 15-step Seder that I can't wait to teach it with you. And then maybe you can share it with your family at the Seder table. You're going to have the most time now since there's not going to be much guests around you. So be prepared. We'll do it together, okay? All right. Bye-bye.